Your boots crunch on red dust. A forgotten moon hums under your feet. This place is called the Forge, a graveyard of ambition. Miners once tore its heart out for ore. Now, it is silent. You came here for something they abandoned. A secret hidden in the silence. The secret of weight itself. Your ship complained the whole way here. It rattled its metal plates like an old man's bones. You left it nestled between two rust-colored canyons. Alone, you walk toward a dark silhouette. A tower claws at the thin, black sky. It looks ancient and tired, made of metal that has forgotten its name. As you get closer, a sound reaches you. It is not the wind. It is a song, a low, resonant hum. The tower is singing a forgotten tune of physics. Its melody vibrates in your chest. The dust at its base shivers into strange patterns. You have chased whispers and rumors across the galaxy. This rusted tower feels like the first true note. The song leads you underground. You find a hidden entrance at the tower's base. It opens into a cavern of impossible size. The air is still and cold, but the humming is stronger here, a symphony in the dark. You switch on your helmet's light. The beam cuts through the blackness, and then you see it. The cavern is not empty. It is a field of glowing crystals. They pulse with a soft, internal light. The light is not steady. It bends and warps as it leaves the stone. It paints the cavern walls with shimmering, shifting colors. This is your canvas, a place where the rules of the universe feel different. You reach out, your gloved hand trembling slightly. Your fingers brush against a crystal's smooth surface. The light flowing through it bends sharply. You feel a pull, a tiny, localized shift in gravity. It tugs at your glove like a curious child. You pull your hand back, and the pull vanishes. These crystals are not just glowing rocks. They are tools. They are the brushes for a new kind of art. You spend hours, or maybe days, in that cavern. Time blurs in the steady glow. You learn the language of the crystals. A gentle touch creates a gentle curve in the light. A firm press creates a powerful lens. Each touch reshapes the pull of this small world. You are not just bending light. You are painting with a force that holds galaxies together. A whisper answers your touch. It is not sound. It is a feeling, a memory embedded in the crystal. The thought is ancient, vast, and calm. It speaks of guardians. It names them the Elder Ones. They were not builders. They were custodians of cosmic balance. They did not rule gravity. They guided it. The whisper shows you images. Starborn fleets moving in silent, perfect orbits. Worlds held steady against the pull of hungry suns. The Elder Ones did not use machines. They used resonance and harmony. They understood the universe as a song. The crystals are their instruments, left behind. A pact is offered in the memory, a promise of knowledge for those who seek balance. The whispers deepen, growing clearer. They are no longer fragmented memories. They are instructions. On the cavern walls, the shifting light coalesces. It forms a vast, intricate map, not of stars, but of the forces between them. Spirals of influence twist and flow. Lines of gravitational force connect entire clusters. It is a blueprint of the cosmos. At the center of the map, one point glows brighter. It is a void, a place where the lines of force cancel out. The whispers name it the core of weightlessness. The map shows a path. It is not a path for a ship. It is a path of resonance, a sequence of gravitational tones you must play. A song that will unlock something fundamental. You decide to try a simple verse of that song. You choose a small, empty section of the cavern floor. Before you lies a single, heavy stone. It is a piece of the moon's dense core. You could barely nudge it with your boot. You now face it with the crystals. You press your palm against a large blue crystal. You draw a line of force in your mind, a simple, elegant arc over the stone. The crystal hums in response. A thread of bent light shoots out. It hovers in the air, a shimmering, invisible string. The void beneath it pulses with energy. The stone shudders. Then, with a sigh of displaced dust, it lifts. It floats weightless, a foot above the ground. You have just told gravity where not to be. This is too big a task for one person. The blueprint on the wall is a symphony. You have only played a single note. You need an orchestra. You send out a broadcast on an old mining frequency. A simple message. The forge has one last secret. Come see. You do not know if anyone will answer. Days later, a ship descends from the black sky. It is a heavy, scarred mining vessel. Not a vessel for scientists or explorers. Its crew are engineers, miners. Their leader is a woman named Jara. Her face is etched with the hardships of deep space work. She and her crew look at you with suspicion, but they also look with a flicker of hope. You show them the floating stone. You show them the cavern and its glowing map. They do not understand the star science, but they understand tools. They understand construction. Yara touches a crystal, her rough hands surprisingly gentle. She feels the pull. A slow smile spreads across her face. These people built things with their hands. They were perfect. Together, you begin to work. The miners bring their humming rigs and plasma forges. They understand structure. They see the map not as a song, but as a schematic. They begin to build a massive frame, a lattice of metal and conduits. It follows the glowing lines on the cavern wall. Your vision and their skill become one. The lattice grows day by day. It is a cage of metal built to hold an idea. You guide them, showing them where each crystal must be placed. The miners work with a quiet, focused energy. They forge a structure that could cradle a small star. Their usual work was demolition. Now, they were creating something that held the moon together, not just tearing it apart. The moon does not like this. As the lattice nears completion, the ground begins to tremble. The moon's core groans, a low, pained sound. The humming of the crystals becomes discordant. Unstable gravity tides ripple through the rock. The miners' tools float from their belts, then they crash down with twice their normal weight. The very ground beneath your feet is becoming unreliable. Yara runs a diagnostic. Her face is grim. The moon's core is a chaotic engine. Your work is disrupting its delicate balance. If you continue, the core could rupture. The moon might tear itself apart, or worse, it could fling itself out of its stable orbit. A planetary bullet aimed at the heart of the system. The risk is immense. The crew looks to you. Their lives are in your hands. You stand before the completed lattice. It hums with contained power. The cavern air crackles around you. Yara stands at your side. "We can still leave," she says softly. "We can shut it down and walk away." Her crew waits, their faces tense. A safe return to their families, or this wild gamble for a future you can barely describe. Your heart pounds in your ears. The whispers of the elder. Ones are silent now. The choice is yours alone. You look at the blueprint on the wall, the path to a new understanding of the universe. Humanity has always reached for the next horizon, even when the sea was full of monsters. You look at Jara. You nod. "We finish this." You place your hand on the central activation panel. It is a single, massive crystal you and Jara wired into the lattice. You take a deep breath. You send a thought, a command, into the network. Begin. A wave of pure force erupts from the lattice. It is silent but immense. The cavern walls shimmer. The moon shudders violently, a final protest. The gravitational tide surges. For a terrifying moment, you feel weightless. Loose stones and tools float up around you. The moon groans, a final, agonizing cry. Then, a new hum settles over the cavern, a pure, stable tone. The floating objects gently drift back to the floor. The shaking stops. The moon is still. The new gravity has settled. It feels soft, gentle. The first test comes quickly. Jara sends 2 of her miners to a dense vein of ore. Before, it would have taken them a week of blasting. Now, they approach it with handheld cutters. You watch on a monitor. One miner draws a shimmering line in the air with a small crystal device. The ore in front of him loses its weight. He carves out a massive block as if it were foam. Laughter echoes over the comms. Pure, joyful laughter in the void. They lift 1,000-ton blocks with small cargo drones. They fill their ship's hold in a single afternoon. A process that once took months now takes hours. Their triumph is more than just efficient mining. It is the sound of hope. A song of a future where humanity is not crushed by the universe. As the miners celebrate, the cavern changes. The light from the crystals brightens, becoming a soft, silver glow. The air grows warm. Shapes begin to form in the light. They are not solid. They are beings of woven energy and gentle gravity. The elder ones materialize before you. They are beautiful and silent. One of them drifts forward. It extends a shimmering hand. In its palm rests a shard of crystal. It glows with the light of a captured nebula. The being offers it to you. The whispers return, clear and direct. This is a gift, a shard of endless balance. It can anchor a world. It can calm a chaotic star. It is a tool to prevent the chaos you nearly unleashed. You board your small shuttle for the journey home. The miners stay behind, promising to guard the cavern. The shard rests in a special container beside you. Even through the lead lining, you can feel it. A gentle hum that resonates with your own heartbeat. The stars outside the viewport seem different now. They are not cold, distant fires. They are points on a canvas you are just beginning to understand. Your battered ship feels small against the vastness of space. But you carry something that changes the scale of everything. The shard hums its song of balance. It is a promise that humanity does not have to fight the universe. You can learn to dance with it. The journey home is quiet. A long, slow breath before the world changes forever. Your craft breaks through Earth's atmosphere. It does not land at a spaceport. It hovers over a great city, a tiny speck in the sky. Below, millions of people look up. They see your ship. They do not yet understand what you have brought back. You take a deep breath. You place your hand on a control panel linked to the shard. You paint your first stroke on the sky of your home world. A gentle curve of force. The clouds part along an impossible, perfect line. You paint another. Sunlight bends, splitting into colors the sky has never worn. Ribbons of soft, shimmering light. Auroras in the middle of the day. The city below is silent. Then, a wave of awe, a collective gasp from 1 billion people. You become a legend. The woman who painted gravity. Your discovery rewrites every book on star science. Humanity had been pushing pebbles. You showed them how to move mountains. Scientists and engineers study your work. They learn to create fields of soft gravity for ships. They learn to build structures that are impossibly light. Your canvas becomes their textbook. Your legacy is not a statue or a name in a history file. It is a new freedom. Humanity is no longer bound to the crushing weight of its cradle. The solar system becomes a neighborhood. Journeys that took years now take weeks. The cost of escaping Earth's pull vanishes. Everyone can afford a ticket to the stars. You did not just make mining easier. You opened the door to the universe. Your story inspires a new generation. They are not miners or soldiers. They are artists and explorers. They build ships designed to sail on gravitational currents. They journey to worlds once thought uninhabitable. Worlds with crushing gravity now feel like home. Worlds with no gravity are given a gentle anchor. Humanity steps forward, not as conquerors, but as partners with the cosmos. Guided by a single, hopeful brushstroke,